starting now. What about the answer for a second? This one.
Root 2 of I cap plus j cap.
1 by root 2 of I cap plus j cap. The vector divided by its magnitude. Similarly, this vector divided by its magnitude. I plus
1
j
by root
plus
3.
k divided by 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square under the root. That is 1 by root 3 into I cap plus j cap plus k cap. That is it. Question number 3. What is answer for angle between two body angle between the body diagonals? Of a cube. I gave you hint also how to do. Did you do it?
Is it cos inverse of
First of all, represent the
6/3.
Represent the body diagonals first. If I have a cube, what are the coordinates? I am taking 1 unit cube. Side is 1 unit. Then I am getting the coordinates as 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. This side 0, 0, 1. You know how to write these coordinates? This is in xz plane. XZ plane, so it will be x will be 1, z will be 1, and y will be 0. This is in YZ plane, so y and z will be 1 and x will be 0. What about this corner 1, 1, 1 and this origin 0, 0, 0. I think I have represented all the points. Now I will name these. Let's call this A, B, C, D, and at the corner, what should I call it? E, F, G, H. You understand which point is C point?
Yes, sir.
C point is the point having 1, 1, 1, that is C. This is G, this side it is G. Okay. Now, let us write body diagonal. Which body diagonal we can take? We can take EC body diagonal, whose coordinate will be position vector of C with respect to E. E is the origin. So it will be RC minus RE, which is just I cap plus J cap plus K cap. Very easy to obtain. Minus 0 only. So no need. It is just 0. This is easy. What about another body diagonal? Any one you can take. For example, I could take DF RF with respect to D. What is R of F with respect to D? RF minus RD. What is RF? I cap only. You observe in F, what is there? Only one component is existing. This is x is equal to 1 and y and z are 0 because it is lying along x-axis. RD is lying in which plane? YZ plane.
YZ plane.
It will have
J
J cap and K caps. Then finally I minus J minus K. Now, if I want to find the angle between two vectors, what is the formula for angle between two vectors? One vector is RCE, another vector is RFD. I think you know cos theta can be written as RCE cap into RFD cap. Is it right or not? Dot product.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I am writing in this way. I'm writing this way just to see whether you will be getting confused by this or not. Actually, yesterday I have written formula like this, but these are same things. Yesterday I have written RCE dot RFD divided by RCE into RFD. That is how I have written, means it was A dot B upon magnitude of A into magnitude of B. That was yesterday which I have written. But you observe, if I take this with this, then it will become RCE cap.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And similarly, this will become RFD cap. So what is RFD cap? I can take the, or I can go by this above. This no need to do this way. This way only we can do. What is RCE dot RFD? That will become 1 minus 1 minus 1. Is it right or not? 1 with 1, 1 with minus 1, and 1 with minus 1. These products we have to take. So it becomes 1 minus 1 minus 1.
సేమ్ పొద్దున్నదే
Divided by.
పొద్దున్న ఏదైతే మనకి రాసి చదివామో సేమ్ అంత చూసావా?
Who is talking? Who is talking? Don't talk in between. Divided by, what is RCE magnitude? RCE magnitude will be √3, and RFD magnitude will also be √3. Then we are getting minus 1 divided by 3. So what is theta coming out to be? Cos inverse. Are you getting the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then right, good. There is other possibility. I could have found angle between minus RFD. If I do that, then what I would be getting? Minus I cap plus j cap plus k cap. Then what would happen? Then it will become, I think, cos inverse 1 by 3, right or not?
Yes, sir. 2 minus 1, 1 only.
It will become cos inverse 1 by 3. So don't worry. Actually, this is pi minus cos inverse 1 by 3. Okay. And if I have two lines, and if I'm asking angle between those, then when one of the angle is theta, then other angle is automatically pi minus theta. So it is understandable that we can get either this pi minus cos inverse 1 by 3, or we can simply get, sometimes if I would have taken RDF, then I would have got simply cos inverse 1 by 3, and that also will be right answer, because I have not told that which exact angle you have to find out. I have just given you any two body diagonals. So for some body diagonals, it may come out to be pi minus cos inverse 1 by 3, because I may take this angle, or it may come out to be just cos inverse 1 by 3. But angle will be same between these two body diagonals, but depending only answer will be different, just because of one reason, that whether you have taken RFD or RDF. Okay. So which one we have done now? Question number 3 done. What about question number 4?
Sir, once show question number 2, sir.
Question number 2 I explained just before this only, but it's not understood.
Sir, is there any particular formula for finding the angle, sir?
This is really strange thing what you are saying. What we are doing here, what else is it? It is particular formula only to find out the angle. Okay, I understood what you are saying. You are saying that cos inverse 1 by 3, can we do after that, and can we write the angle value? No, we cannot do that.
Yes, sir.
We can't do that. We can find
Okay,
out
sir.
only for the well-known values. For example, if I will get cos inverse 0, then we can say it is pi by 2, because cos pi by 2 is 0. For well-known angles only we can do. For others, we
Okay,
cannot
sir.
find out. So don't worry about
Okay.
it. Okay.
Understood.
Then come to question number 4. Question number 4, midpoints of the three sides of a cube, which are neither intersecting nor parallel, are joined to each other by straight lines. Find the angle between these sides. Can you find out, first of all, which sides are not intersecting and not parallel also? First, we have to find these sides. Let me tell you which ones. DC is not parallel to HE, and it is not intersecting also. And similarly, FB. Notice, see, HE,
Yes, sir.
DP, FB. There are other possible pairs. I can take EF,
The other three are the other,
EF.
that is other case.
We can have such three possible combinations will be there. One I can take with HE, and other I can take with EF, and other I can take with EA. So there will be other possible combinations also. But let me take any one of these. HE I have taken. Second is this. What is it? GE. GE, and then let me take AB. AB, HE, and this CG. These three I am taking. If I am taking these three, again, we have to write the vector values. What is value of HE or E to H vector? E to H vector will be representing what? E to H vector will be representing
So why are
RH.
you taking edges, sir?
Huh?
Why are you taking edges from the cube, sir?
They given
Have
sides.
you read the question or not? You tell me first that. Although I told you to do yesterday, I think you have not done, and you are not even knowing what this question we are discussing right now. You should have done it yesterday itself. At least attempted it. Not getting answer is different thing, but you did not attempt also. Did you attempt this one?
No, sir. I left the fourth one and sixth one.
Huh? What you did?
I did everything except the fourth one and sixth one. Complicated.
No. These questions I did not take yesterday in the class. But I said that you have to do these questions, and then I will be explaining today. That's what I said yesterday, that you have to do these questions first, and then I will explain in the class. So
Sir,
you were
he is
supposed.
saying that he can't do the fourth and sixth problem,
Okay,
except the
when you
problems.
practice, I understood. Now I understood. It means remaining you got, but you were not able to get answer for 4, and you were not able to get answer for 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Don't worry. That's why I will be discussing now. But you attempted at least. Then you should be knowing at least. Why are you asking me this question? That why are we taking these sides? What is mentioned in this question? Tell me. Midpoint of 3 sides of a cube. Which 3 sides? Which are neither intersecting nor parallel. For example, if I take 3 sides, I have to take 3 sides. I can take this. Can I take these two? No. Why not? These are parallel. So these I cannot take such 3 sides. Can I take such 3 sides?
No, sir.
No. Now, can I take such 3 sides? These are intersecting. I cannot take. So I have to take such sides which are neither intersecting with each other and nor parallel to each other. These 3 are also possible. This one, this one, this one. Or this one, this one, this one. Multiple possibilities are there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now midpoint of HE. What will be the midpoint of HE? Can you locate the coordinate of midpoint of HE? Let me do one thing here. I think here less space is there. I will take this cube and I will draw the diagram again somewhere else. At last, here I will do it. No. Let us try to get the answer here. So this is, let us say, M1, midpoint of the first one, and the midpoint of the second AB is M2, and midpoint of the third is, that is CG, is M3. I'm taking 3 midpoints here. Are you observing? M1, M2, and M3. So what are the coordinates of midpoint of M1? This HE side. That coordinates will be 1/2 j cap. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is position vector of R M2? Can you find the position of this M2 here? It is midpoint of this line AB. So you decide now what distance it is from the origin. Let us see once. Along Z axis, we have to go 1
Yeah.
unit distance, and
Yes, sir.
then along X axis, we have to go half unit distance. It means half unit along X and half unit, 1 unit along Z. 1 unit along Z. Do you agree with RM2 coordinates?
Yes, sir.
What will be our M3 coordinates? M3 position vector. Observe now. For M3, I have to go EF, then I have to go FG, and then I have to come along Z axis also. But along X full length, along Y full length, and along Z half length. So it is becoming
I cap, J cap.
I cap
I cap
plus
plus
J
J cap
cap
plus of
plus
K cap.
half of K cap. I have obtained these three. Now, what is the question? Question is, what is the, I think question was about angle, right? What is the angle between? No, this is also not the question. Question was, if I connect these midpoints now, if I connect these midpoints, then what I will be getting? One, I can say RM2 minus RM1. What is that RM2 minus RM1? That is position vector of M2 with respect to M1. This is one. Another will be, what are the three possibilities? Let me write all those three possibilities. One is position vector of M1 with respect to M2. Second is position vector of M2 with respect to M3. And third one is M3 with respect to M1. These three vectors are possible. And I have to find angle between these three. So let us find first angle between first two. What is the angle between first two? RM1 M2 means RM1 minus RM2. That I have to take. What is that? Tell me. RM1 M2. What is it? We can find out easily. RM1 minus RM2. Let me find out. It is becoming J cap by 2 minus I by 2 minus K cap. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
What is RM2 M3? Similarly, formula RM2 M3 will be RM2 minus RM3. Position vector of M2. Position vector of M2 with respect to M3 is position vector of M2 minus position vector of M3, which becomes now I minus I
Minus
minus
J.
I think not minus I by 2. I think
Minus I by 2, sir.
Minus
Minus I
I
by
by
2
2.
minus J
Minus J
K by 2
and plus K by.
plus K by 2.
Now, can you take the dot product of this with this? Why I want the dot product? Because I want to find out the angle. So for angle, for finding angle, I have to take the dot product RM12. This I have to do divided by magnitude RM1 M2 magnitude into RM2 M3 magnitude. Can you do it now? 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2. What is 1 by 2 into minus 1 by 2? Minus 1 by 2.
1 by
Minus 1 by 4.
Next term is plus 1 by 2. You agree?
Yes.
Minus 1 by 2 here. Here it is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. Third term is again
minus 1 by 2.
minus 1 by 2.
Minus 1 by 2, sir.
So what do we get then?
1 by 2 goes away.
And divided by, we can find after that.
Minus 1 by 4, sir. Numerator total calculation.
Total calculation finally coming out to be
Minus 1 by 4, sir. Plus half or minus half cancel, no.
right. Minus 1 by 4, right? Finally. And what about the in denominator? Denominator term will be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1. That is 1 by 2 plus 1. That is 3 by 2 in first case. Second case, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1. Again 3 by 2, I think. So then we are getting
Minus 1 by 4 by 3 by 2.
root 3 and 2 root 2 will also be there. So where what will happen to this?
Minus 1 by 6, sir.
Minus 1 by 6. Yes. Minus 1 by 6. That it is. If I take cos inverse of that, that will be the angle, desired angle. Similarly, can you find out the angle between M2, M3 and M3, M1? Same procedure.
Yes, sir.
Also, although I have done it here and I have got this answer, but you have to see the calculation, check whether I have committed mistake or not. You have to be careful yourself. RM1, let me verify once again. RM1, have I taken correctly? Yes. J by 2 only. You agree with this? J by 2. What about RM2? M2 is here. Here means I have gone 1 unit along K cap and 1 unit along plus half unit along I cap. Correct only. Third one. For third one, I'm going this side, this side, this side. So that is also correct only. After that, RM1 position vector of A with respect to B. This is right. RM1 minus RM2, right? This is what we do or not? RM1 minus RM2. Then we are getting RM1 is half J minus M2. I think right only. Means you check the calculations. I cannot guarantee the calculations, but the concept is right. So we know cos theta is this, and theta comes out to be what then? Theta comes out to be
Cos inverse of minus 1 by 6.
which we can also write as pi minus cos inverse 1 by 6. Right? This is answer. Similarly, we can get the others. So I am just leaving those on you only, and I am moving on to the next question. After fifth question. What is the fifth question? Fifth one you have done. You have said P is equal to Q. What
120
is the angle
degrees,
between
sir.
P plus Q and P minus Q? If it is given that P is equal to Q and that is also equal to P plus Q.
120 degrees.
Yes, I think right or not? Wait a second, let me think. Angle between P plus Q, no, not 120. Not 120. Okay, a very simple way to do. Let me solve it here only. Solution. What is the value of P plus Q dot P minus Q? That will come out to be P square
P square minus Q square.
Q square, and also plus PQ cos theta minus PQ cos theta, right? Plus P dot Q minus P dot Q, that will be 0 only. So finally it is P square minus Q square. Is it right or not?
Right, sir.
This is the dot product. But we also know by dot product what we get. We get magnitude of one into magnitude of other into cos of angle between them. Means cos theta will be this divided by P plus Q mod into P minus Q mod. But what is the term coming out to be? 0. It means what is the angle? 90 degrees. Angle is 90 degrees only. Not? P is equal to Q, it is given. That's why I'm writing P square minus Q square equal to 0. If you are thinking why I'm writing P square minus Q square equal to 0, because it is given in the question itself that P is equal to Q.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, we understand.
All right. Next question number 6.
So what if we take in the general formula?
What is?
So we can take as P vector plus Q vector is equal to R vector, both.
P plus Q is R1, then that will be R2. What do you want to say? I could not understand. What is your question?
I'm saying that we can take it as a P square plus 2P square cos theta is equal to minus
That
P
we can
square.
take this denominator. Denominator is P square plus Q square plus 2PQ. Don't take cos theta. Cos theta I'm taking what now? Cos theta I'm taking angle between P plus Q and P minus Q. So while you are applying this formula, then you have to take some other angle. This theta is angle between P plus Q and P minus Q. It is not angle between P and Q. Angle between P and Q, I have to take something else, maybe alpha, maybe beta. Okay. And if you are saying what will be P plus Q, then definitely if angle between P and Q is alpha, then P plus Q will become P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos alpha under the root. If alpha is the angle between, alpha is angle, let us say given between P and Q, then I can write P plus Q this, but I don't need to write here because I'm not solving the denominators. I'm not even solving those. I don't need to solve those, as I'm already getting in the numerator itself, I'm getting 0. So what is the point of solving the denominator? This will be like that only. I don't need to solve it. P plus Q into P minus Q. Okay.
But if we solve the above equation, we get alpha now, sir.
We are not getting alpha. How are we getting alpha? Tell me. P dot Q minus P Q dot P. P dot Q and minus Q dot P, that is cancelling, that is becoming 0. Where are we getting alpha?
Sir. The above one you have written. P
Which
square
above
plus P square.
This
root
one.
of P. Yes.
Here.
If we take P plus Q as P vector and Q as a P, substitute all in the P values, sir.
Then we will get cos alpha value from there. That will come out to be, I think, 120. Will it be?
Yes, sir.
So it will come out to be 120. So what? Actually, my aim was not to determine. Okay. Sorry. I got your point. What you want to do? I think I have another question also. What is angle between P and Q? Right. for finding angle between P and Q, I need this. I had not seen this question. I was just mainly focused on finding angle between P plus Q and P minus Q. That angle we got as 90 degrees. Cos theta is 0 means that angle is already coming out to be 90 degrees. You are right. If I have to find angle between P and Q, then again I have to use this, and then I will be getting alpha, I think, 120 degrees. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Question number 6. Find the angle between two sides of a regular tetrahedral. Angle between the side of a symmetric side and symmetric axis of the tetrahedral. Magnitude of a vector and its directions. This ends here. After that, it is a general point. On the change of coordinates, the magnitude of the vector does not change. Its direction also does not change. Only components change. But the direction and the magnitude does not change if I change the coordinate axis. For example, if I say this is my x-axis and this is my y-axis. On the other hand, I may choose x-axis as, in red coordinate system, I will take x-axis as this and y-axis as that. So definitely the length of the magnitude will remain. If it is 5 unit, it will remain 5 unit. But what will be the vector in one case? In one case, vector will become 5i, and in another case, it will become 5 cos theta I cap plus 5 sin theta j cap. So components may keep changing, but real vector in the space will remain oriented in the same direction. Is it understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. Next, we have what is this thing? Right. This is for understanding the cross product properly. You tell me what is OA cross OB direction. Can you tell me? This is a question from you. What is the direction of OA cross OB? I forgot to tell yesterday. This was also to be done by you only. You could have done it. Tell me now, what is direction of OA cross OB?
Outward, sir.
J cap, sir.
Outward.
J cap is exactly right. It will be J cap. How many ways you can do this thing? How many ways you can answer it? 2 ways I have told you. One will be take this arrow direction, right? If you are looking at this arrow of the arc of the circle of the arc, then that arrow is pointing from A to B. If that arrow is pointing from A to B, as we look from, let us say I'm standing here and I'm looking at it down, and what I will be seeing? I will be seeing while it is turning in anti-clockwise direction with respect to me, with respect to the person who is standing, then for that person, this will be pointing anti-clockwise, means pointing towards you, pointing towards you. For this person, it will be pointing towards him, means it will be pointing towards J cap. So it is right that OA cross OB will be along J cap. In this point, I have to pause here and see how many of you are able to follow this. That is very important to understand first. If anyone who is doing vectors for the first time, he has no prior background of vectors, anybody like that, then you please talk to me once, because some students may have prior background. They may be able to understand it, but you may face difficulty in understanding. So such students.
This is the first time we are learning vectors, sir.
You are also learning first time only?
Yes, sir.
Have you never learned the cross product and this?
No, sir.
Are you understanding then this part?
CBSE students did not learn vectors.
CBSE did not learn, I think. So CBSE, then mainly my question is from CBSE students, those who are learning for the first time. Are you able to tell that direction? That direction will be along
Yes,
J cap? Are you
sir.
able to
That's
tell?
J cap, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good, very good. Then you tell me what is the direction of OB cross BC? Tell me once. CBSE students only.
J cap, sir.
OB cross BC is similar type only. It will also be like
Yes,
that.
sir.
It will also be pointing J cap only.
Sir,
OX
that is OB cross OC, no, sir.
OB cross. Sorry. Yes, this was a different question, I think. Wait
Yes, sir.
a second.
OB cross
OB cross
BC.
BC will be.
Let me draw the diagram. OB this side and BC is this side. Then
it
how
will
to take? First of all, I have to this angle. I have to take what is the angle between this? This is not the angle. First, you have to draw
We
the
have
angle.
to
How to
shift
draw the
it
angle?
to that O point, sir. Parallel,
us shift.
parallel
Yes,
shift it.
we can shift BC parallel to itself. Let us say this is A
Yes.
vector and this is B vector. I can shift B vector parallel to itself. I cannot shift the point, sorry, but I can shift the vector. So after shifting the vector, then I can take the cross product, A cross B. Now if I take, then it is clearly telling me that it is again pointing in which direction? It is again
J cap.
pointing in
Positive
j cap direction. Okay. So this is also j cap direction.
Yes, sir.
This is also j cap direction. Now let us observe the third one. OX cross OC. O to
Minus j cap.
X. OX is this side.
Minus J cap, sir.
OC is this side. Now our see, when I was observing from this top and I was looking at these vectors, this how we are drawing the angle was coming from this to this side. But for the first time, I'm observing now that angle is coming from OX towards OC. If it is coming from OX towards OC, this angle is coming in this way, then it is which
Minus
direction?
J
It is
cap.
Minus
clockwise
J cap.
direction.
Minus J cap, sir.
Clockwise direction means it will be pointing into the downwards. It will be pointing downwards. Okay. So it is true. Now it will be along minus j cap. Okay. If this confusion is still there and you are confused, that should I take clockwise j cap or should I take anti-clockwise j cap? Then I remember you. I told you to remember one thing: alphabetic order, I, J, K, and I, J, K. That can also help us. How will it help us? Let me tell you how. You know that if I go from z-axis towards x-axis, if I go from z-axis towards x-axis, then how I have to turn? I have to turn in anti-clockwise direction. I have to turn in anti-clockwise direction. And I already know that z means j, k, and x means I. So what is k cross I direction? By alphabetic order, k cross I comes out to be equal to j.
J
So that
cap.
way also I know.
Yes.
That way also. So it means if I have k cap and if I have I cap, and if I go from k cap towards I cap, then my vector should be pointing towards j cap. And
J cap.
it means if it is anti-clockwise, then for all anti-clockwise direction, from here we got the idea. Now for all other anti-clockwise directions, it will be still pointing towards j cap only. We can get the idea from that. What about AB cross BC now? Now AB cross BC will be AB cross BC. Tell me now, AB cross BC. AB cross BC is again anti-clockwise, I think. No, AB cross BC we discussed or not? AB cross BC, that is different slightly. Wait a second. AB cross BC I have not discussed yet. AB is this side, BC is this side. If I take AB and I shift it here, AB vector can be shifted like this and BC will come here in this way. So how the
J cap.
angle will be from AB to BC? It will be
J
aligned
cap.
again J cap only, right?
Clockwise.
Anti-clockwise again.
So again J cap.
Again J cap. What about OY cross OB? OY cross OB, this is different now. OY cross OB, because the plane completely changes. Till now, all vectors I was taking in horizontal
Yes, sir. Now
plane.
the
When
plane
all
is
vectors are
changed.
being taken in horizontal plane, then there are two possibilities only, either plus j cap or minus j cap, because both these vectors are only perpendicular to horizontal plane. But now our plane is changed. Which is our plane now? If I take OY cross OB,
Now it's
then you-
YZ plane, sir.
not YZ also, not YZ. It is some different plane. It is the plane containing the vectors. Which vectors?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is the plane containing the vectors OY and
OY
and
OB.
OB. So that is completely different plane. That is neither YZ nor YX, but it is some other plane in between. Okay. And it means our vector will also be perpendicular to this plane. How many perpendiculars I can draw to
Z
this plane
cap, sir.
also?
Z cap.
No, Z cap is not perpendicular to this. How Z cap will be perpendicular to this? How J cap, K cap will not be perpendicular to this plane? Its perpendicular will be in some other direction. It will be in some other direction. Now you have to think in 3 dimension, or maybe it is time again to show you video. I will show you video and then you will understand probably. Just wait a second. We switch on the lights. And now I'm showing you something here. You observe it once. Okay, right. I'm stopping sharing, and you can see me, I think.
Yes, sir.
Right. this plane is somewhat different. You can think, if, wait a second. This is the corner of the room here. Can you see the corner of the room? Or maybe wait a second, I'm showing you another corner. I'm showing you another corner here. You see this corner here? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So here, this door will act as a plane. Or maybe I will bring my board here and I will this board here. It is a plane like this. It is an inclined plane which is neither along one wall nor along another wall. It is not along any of these walls. Okay. It is in some other direction.
Yes, sir.
You understood? See, this is one wall here and another wall, but our plane is completely in different direction. This plane of the board. Let me show you once. This plane of the board. It is in different direction, right? Like this only. So how the perpendicular to this board will be? If I have to take perpendicular to this board, let me take this one. This one. See, this is how the perpendicular will be. Now, this perpendicular to the board will be neither perpendicular to xz plane, xy plane, nor it will be
Yes, sir.
perpendicular to xy plane. It will not be perpendicular to any of these. Are you understanding this part?
Yes, sir.
It is
Yes, sir.
perpendicular to this board only. Okay. So, right. Let me now come back again. I hope I have made this point clear. Let me show you the screen. Yes. Let us go back to that again, problem again. So this OY cross OB, see, main idea is whenever you are faced with such situation, you don't have to see this diagram only. You have to think in 3 dimensions. You have to think what happens if it is a 3D view and a board is coming out of this. This is one wall, this is another wall, and it is another some board coming out from in between. Then perpendicular to this board will not be perpendicular to other planes. It will be in which direction? It will be somewhere like this, I think, or that side. Means this perpendicular vector will lie in xz plane, and that xz plane can have, now there are 2 perpendiculars possible depending upon the situation, this side or that side. Now out of these 2 vectors, which one will be the answer? Let me tell you, this left side pointing or the right side pointing vector, which one will be the answer
Or
for
vector.
OY cross OB? OY cross OB. OY cross OB, if I take our right hand thumb rule, if I apply that,
Or
if
vector.
I go from Y to B, then how my right hand fingers are curling? My right hand fingers are curling in this way. Take your right hand and try to curl the fingers in such direction.
Towards L,
Then
sir.
your thumb will be
Towards
pointing
L.
along R direction only. It is right,
Yes,
it is
sir.
OR. Okay. Thumb will be pointing along R direction. Okay. Now, what about OY cross OZ cross OB? Can you determine this direction? OY cross OZ. First of all, OY cross OZ will be nothing but J cross K, and J cross K will be nothing but I.
Aye, sir.
So although it appears difficult because there are three vectors involved, but these two together gives us only I cap. Then it is finally I cap cross OB. OB is in which direction? OB is this side. Then already you know I cap cross OB will be in which direction? I cap cross OB. I cap cross OB
Minus
will
J.
be minus J. Exactly right. So this will be finally in minus. I can write it is in minus J cap direction. What we got for the above? For the above, we are getting just direction, but I have not exactly told you what it is. We can get exact value also. If I give you OB is making an angle 45 degrees with X and Z axis. Why I am giving you this? So that you can actually find out the value of OB. And let me give you that OB magnitude is 1 unit. Can you find out the OB value now? Can you make a vector which makes with X and with Z axis equal angle, and its magnitude is 1 unit, then what will, how to write that vector OB? I can write OB equal to 1 cos 45, that is 1 by root 2 along I cap, and I can write along K cap also plus 1 by root 2 along K cap. You understood? If I give this information, then we can write the vector OB.
Yes, sir.
And what is OY vector? OY vector we can see from the diagram, that was nothing but J cap vector. If I take 1 unit only, right? Then I can now take the cross product here. This helps me. If I am able to write it in component form, then best thing what happens, we don't even have to visualize. What we have to do now? Now we have to just do algebraically, we have to solve. We have to just write ij cross 1 by root 2 I plus 1 by root 2 k, and this is the cross product. First I have to take 1 by root 2 common, maybe I can take common, then I can take j cross I. What is j cross I? J cross I.
Minus k.
Minus K.
Minus
J cross I is minus k. The next term is j cross k.
I cap.
I cap.
I can.
J cross k is plus I cap. Exactly right. So what is our vector direction then? Our vector direction is 1 by root 2 minus k plus I. That is the direction of this. Exact direction we are getting now. So in which side it will be? It will be along positive x, but it will be along negative z. And last time somebody already told me that it is along OR. That was pointing in the same direction, which was along positive x, but it was along negative z. That was along OR. So that guy was right. It will be along OR direction. Okay. Next, what about OY cross OZ cross OB? OY is again simply J cap. What is OZ cross OB? Let us check this one. OZ cross OB. OZ cross OB. We can tell easily OZ cross OB.
J cap.
J cap.
J cap. So what is
J
J cap
cap.
cross J cap? J cap cross J cap will be
0.
0.
Zero.
Arbitrary direction. It is null vector. For null vector, we don't have any direction is arbitrary. We cannot define it. Okay, because it is just null vector. Right. Undefined, we can say. Next is some other examples I have taken now. To make it 3-dimension, I have brought another diagram which I have drawn before. OA cross OX. In this diagram, you observe what is A point. This is A point. This is X point, and the origin is O. Now, O to A vector is face diagonal, and O to X is the side. What is the cross product of face diagonal and the side? If I take, can you obtain it? Direction only we have to
Minus
find.
K
K
cap.
cap.
Minus
K cap.
K cap
K
is
cap.
exactly right answer. I'm very happy that you are answering it right. Very nice. What about OB cross OZ? Similarly, OB cross OZ.
I cap.
I cap.
B, it will be along plus I
cap.
cap. Exactly right. It is along plus I cap. What about OY cross OB? OY cross OB.
J cap.
I cap.
No, OY cross OB again same.
That cap.
OY
K
is
cap.
J,
K cap.
not K. No. OY this side and OB this side. First of all, it is which plane? YZ plane.
YZ
What can be
plane,
perpendicular to
sir.
YZ plane? Only either I cap or
This side.
minus I cap. Only two possibilities are there.
I cap. I cap.
Out of those two possibilities, it is I cap. If I use right hand thumb rule, then we get it is I cap. Right? It is along I cap. How to use right hand thumb rule? Do you remember? I have told you this rule that first of all, take right hand fingers. Right hand fingers along which side?
First vector.
Right hand fingers, we have to point towards first vector. Towards first vector. And after that, I told you that palm should be pointing towards
Second vector.
Second vector.
second vector. Palm towards the second vector. And then you can curl the fingers. You curl the finger in such a way of the right hand so that it is forming the angle. It is forming the arc. After that, see where your thumb is pointing. Open your thumb. And while your thumb is open, it will be pointing towards I cap. You can observe it. So it is right that its answer is I cap. Next, we have application of cross product. We have done so far application of dot product. Let me take few examples at least for the application of cross product. One very nice example is it is useful to determine area of parallelogram where the parallelogram is formed by the two vectors A and B as sides. If A and B are the sides of the parallelogram, Then do you know formula normally for parallelogram? Let us forget vectors. What is the normal formula? You know that it is A into B sin theta or not?
Yes.
And you know AB sin theta can also be written as A cross B.
Yes, sir.
Now, should I write magnitude or
Yes,
no
sir.
need to write magnitude?
No need, right?
No need. Very good. You understand, because area itself is also a vector quantity. If I get vector, no need to worry. Area can be regarded as vector also. So I can just write A cross B, and that is enough. What is the area of triangle? Area of triangle will be
Half base into height.
Half base into height.
half of base into height. So it will become half AB sin theta, or it will become half of A cross B. If I ask you this
Yes, sir.
question, 3 points I'm giving you. I'm giving point A, point B, point C, and I'm asking you, what is the area of this triangle? How will you find it out? First of all, use the same formula. You have to do half of AB cross BC, you can do, or you can do half of BC cross CA, you can do. Means you can write it in many ways, or you can write half of CA cross AB, you can write. In fact, you can write in reverse order also. You can write half of BC cross.
AC into CB.
These all we can write. Although this value will be negative of others, this value will automatically come out to be negative, but magnitude wise all these will be same only. Any one of these we can write, no problem in that. You can choose any one of these. Let us say I am choosing the first formula. If I am choosing first formula, then it also becomes half of RBA cross RCB. That is also this area, right? And what is RBA? RBA will become RB minus RA cross RC minus RB, position vector of C minus half of that. This is how we can find out. Some students in hurry, they commit mistake. What they think? If I give you the coordinates, I have asked it many times from these students, and they will be committing this common mistake: A1, A2, and A3. These are the coordinates of A point. Similarly, B1, B2, B3 are the coordinates of B point, and similarly for C, C1, C2, C3. When I ask this question, they are in hurry. They directly apply this formula. They assume that A vector is nothing but A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap, and that is mistake. A vector is not this. It is nothing. It is just position vector of A. What is position vector of A? That is actually equal to A1 I cap plus A2 j cap plus A3 k cap. Similarly, what is position vector of B? B1 I cap
B1 I cap plus B2 J cap plus
B3 k cap. These are the position vectors. But if I say, is this RBA? It is not RBA. And in order to write
It's
the triangle
position
formula,
vector.
I have to take RBA. Understood? So I have to take the difference. Similarly,
Yes,
I have to take this difference, and then I have to take the cross product. That will give me the right result. So I hope this point is clear to you now.
Yes, sir.
Right, very good. One more thing is remaining, and that is I will tell you about pseudo vectors also. I will come to that pseudo vectors, but before going to pseudo vectors, I think I will tell few more things about these vectors first. How to take component of vector A, which is along B. You already know that, but you don't know how to take component of vector A perpendicular to B. A vector can be split into two components:
A cos theta.
A parallel and A perpendicular. Sum of these two will be equal to A. You understand it? This vector plus this vector is equal to A vector.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
this
sir.
is A perpendicular. Why is it A perpendicular? It is making 90 degrees with B.
Yes.
I have discussed before in dot product only how to get A parallel, and I think many of you know already that it is nothing but A dot B cap, right? Because A parallel is
Yes,
A cos
sir.
theta, and A cos theta is nothing but A dot B cap, or I can write A dot B total divided by B magnitude. It is same thing.
Yes, sir.
Then I told one more thing, if you remember, that this is A parallel magnitude. It is not A parallel vector. What will be A parallel vector? That will be A parallel magnitude multiplied by B cap multiplied by direction. So which will be written as A dot B cap again into B cap. A dot B cap again into B cap. You got this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now my question, I'm not telling you. I think if you apply logic, if you apply little brain, then you can tell, I think, how to get A perpendicular. Tell me how to get A perpendicular. Can you tell how to get A perpendicular?
Sir, that is
A bar cross of B.
A bar cross of B will give us AB sin theta. Then what next? To get magnitude, this is second application I can say. To get magnitude of perpendicular component of a vector. And you are right, perpendicular component is A sin theta, and I can get A sin theta by the cross product. If I take A cross B, that is equal to AB sin theta. How to get A sin theta out of this? Divide by B. Then we get A perpendicular. I hope it is understood now how we are getting A perpendicular.
Yes,
Right
sir.
or not? But there's still a problem, and I will explain, what is my problem and how will you be able to solve that problem. Do you know that this formula, although it is right, but it is right magnitude wise. If I want to write vector wise with direction, then how to write it? There's a problem. If I take how to take the direction? If you think direction I will take by just removing this mod here, then there will be problem, because AB sin theta into n cap, that direction will not be in the plane of AB, that direction will be out of the plane of AB. So I cannot take by cross product A perpendicular vector with proper direction. So remember, A perpendicular vector I will be getting by A total. Observe this one here, A total minus A parallel. Are you understanding? This equation can be converted into this form or not?
Yes, sir.
So it means again we are taking the help of dot product only, A dot B cap again into B cap. That when we subtract from A, then we are getting A perpendicular vector. But don't worry about it. Mostly 90% of the questions, when they are asking magnitude. If they are asking magnitude, then I can take that dot cross product also, and I can get the answer from that. No problem. I will use this only. Really, I will prefer to use this. But in case they have not given us this magnitude, but they are asking to find out the total vector with sign with a direction also, then I have to go through this method only. There is no other alternative. Then I will have to first find out the A parallel component, and then I have to subtract from the total vector that component. Then I will be getting the remaining vector, which will be A perpendicular. Okay.
A bar plus B bar by B
Okay.
into minus B cap, sir.
What? Say it again.
A bar plus B bar by B into minus B cap.
Into minus B cap is wrong. Completely wrong. That is completely wrong. This vector is in which direction? It is perpendicular to B direction. It is in this direction. It is not in the direction of B cap. It is not in the B cap direction. It is in this direction.
Okay, sir.
Got your point? Got my point now? It is in this direction, not in this direction. If you are multiplying by B cap, then it will be pointing somewhere along this direction. But I want a vector which is pointing in this direction. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I have a way now, because I think you want to do it by just cross product only. I'm telling you one thing, but don't worry if you think that it will become complicated. How will you use it? You don't have to use it, because I already told you what we have to use. Mostly we have to use this only. 90% cases when they are asking magnitude. In 1% case when they are not asking magnitude, then I will use this. That is also not difficult. I think it is simple only, because dot product is always easy to obtain. But just remember, it is A dot B cap. Or I will prefer to write in fact in this way. I will prefer to write A minus A dot full B. No need to waste time in finding B cap. Whole into again B, but by dividing by B square. That is easier to obtain as compared to first taking B cap and then again taking dot product. Don't do that. First you do this thing only. How to do means you just directly find A dot B whole into B upon B square. That will be better. It will be quick. While you are doing the calculations, it will become fast to do in this way. Okay. Anyway, we know the answer. We don't have to worry about that. We can get the answers. But now to learn something more, I will tell you this thing now. And you see whether you are following what I am writing here or not. A cross B divided by B, that is mod, done. Next, I will take A cap cross B cap. And that is pointing in which direction? A cross B is pointing, I think, into the plane, downwards. Then I will have to take B cap cross this. In which direction this B cap cross A cross B points? First of all, A cross B, it is in bracket. So first I have to take A cross B. So A cross B points in which direction? Cross? Cross or not?
Yes, sir.
Means into the plane. It is pointing into the plane. If it is pointing into the plane, now we have to take B cap cross this direction. So what direction it will point again? Tell me. B cap cross this into the plane direction. What it will be?
A perpendicular.
It will be along A perpendicular. Exactly. Now we are getting that direction of just by taking only cross product without even using the dot product also, we can get the answer. It is not that we cannot get the answer by taking the cross product. Yes.
B cap plus A cap plus B bar equals to minus of A cap plus B bar plus B bar.
No, say it. I have to write it down. I'm not able to follow. Say what you are saying.
Cross product will not follow commutative law, sir.
Yes.
A bar plus B bar equals to minus of B bar plus A bar, no, sir.
That is right. That is right.
Then we can apply for this, no, sir.
We can write it in other ways also. We can write in this way. We can write B cross A cross B. Why? B cross A is negative of this. But if I take this also that side, again one more negative. So negative of negative became positive. I can write it in this way also.
Sir, can't be right. A cross B cross minus B.
A cross B, that is not changed. Cross of minus B, that is also same thing. Yes, we can write that way also.
Sir, this only, no, sir, at starting I said.
Oh, then I could not understand you. Maybe you were right. Then it is really very nice that you are able to follow such things and you are able to determine yourself only. But at that time, I don't know, I was maybe thinking that you are talking about some dot product here. I was not aware that you are talking about the cross product at that time. So I could not follow you what you are saying. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you said like this, then it is 100% right. There is nothing wrong in that. Very nice. Very good. So we know now how to take the perpendicular components also. And other than that, one more application of cross product I can take. Very nice application. In fact, let me go to something more than that. I will go to now scalar triple product. What is scalar triple product? Let me tell you. If I have three vectors now, it is triple. You can say from the name also, it is triple. And what is meaning of scalar? That final result will be scalar. There could be vector triple product and there could be scalar triple product. For scalar, final result is scalar. For vector, final result will be vector.
Vector.
So scalar triple product of vectors A, B, and C will be A dot B cross C. It is very interesting to see that this is equal to ABC, BCA, BCA, and CAB, CAB cross dot. Not only that, you know that dot product is commutative. So I could write obviously B cross C dot A also. These are all same only. It will not change. Then I could write here C cross A dot B, and I could write here A cross B dot C. But I cannot change the order of B and C. If I change the order of B and C, then it will become negative of that. It will also be equal to minus of C cross B dot A or minus of A cross C dot B, etc. Minus of B cross A dot C. Now it appears to be complicated. There are so many expressions. How will we remember? It is so simple. Cyclic order. ABC, ABC, BCA, CAB. Cyclic order it follows. And just put dot, dot, dot in between. And from here we can follow this also. This will mean same thing as this, because A dot B cross C is same as B cross C dot A. And you can notice one more thing. From here to here, if you are still having some confusion, ABC, BCA. See, ABC, BCA, cyclic order. CAB. These all are in cyclic order with respect to each other. These all are like this. After A comes B, after C comes BC, then again ABC. If we are going in forward direction, then positive. If we are going in backward direction, then negative. I told you before also this thing, right? Again, we can apply it here. CBA. CBA means which direction we are going. CBA means we are going C to B, B to A. So while we go C to B to A, what we should put here? Minus. This thing is minus of that. Is this point clear? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So, and one more thing, there's a shortcut way of writing this thing. How do we write it down? Let me tell you. There's a shortcut way. I can write it in this way. A dot B cross C, we can write as determinant AX, BX, sorry, not AX, BX, first all A terms. AX, AY, AZ, and then B, and then B, then B, and then C, then C, then C, X, Y, Z, again X, Y, Z. We can write in this way. Okay. What does it represent, by the way? It represents volume of parallelopiped. Volume of parallelopiped formed by by sides of lengths A, B, and C. Volume of parallelopipe formed by the sides of length A, B, and C. What is parallelopiped? First of all, do you know cuboid? You are aware of cuboid or not?
Yes, sir.
In cuboid, the difference between cuboid and parallelopiped is only one. That in cuboid, all the angles,
All
which
the
the
angles
sides
are
making,
90
they are all
degrees,
90 degrees.
perpendicular.
But in case of parallelopipe, those may not be 90 degrees, and the rectangular faces will not be rectangular, but those will be parallelograms. So every face will be like a parallelogram, one parallelogram, second parallelogram, and third parallelogram. And this one parallelogram, this parallelogram up in the top will be parallel to the bottom parallelogram. These faces will be parallel to each other. Sides will be parallel to each other, and the faces will also be parallel to each other. This total structure we call as parallelopipe. And the side which is along x-axis, let us call it vector A. The side which is along y-axis, let us call it vector B. And the side which is along z-axis, let us call it vector C. Then how to find the volume of this parallelopipe? That volume will be nothing but A dot B cross C. If you want to know why, reason is B cross C is representing the area of the parallelogram. And when I take the dot product with A, then that gives me area of the parallelogram multiplied by the height. It will be giving me area of the parallelogram multiplied by the height. Therefore, it will be representing the volume of the parallelopipe. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This point, I think maybe still not understood properly, that why it comes out to be B cross. First of all, B cross is which? This is B cross C. B cross C will be pointing perpendicular to B and C, plane of B and C. That perpendicular to plane of B and C may be in this direction. And A dot this direction. If I take dot product of A with this side, then that will be giving me altitude. The dot product of A in the perpendicular to BC plane direction will automatically give me the altitude in that direction. Okay, so this is how we get the volume of parallelopipe. And after that, you have to practice, do the practice problems on cross product. I have given you the assignments last week only I gave. Please start solving those problems. Okay, and it is very unfortunate to see that now there are just 53 students. So if although it is the last class, there is no class also after this. And out of 90 something, there are just 53 students. These students, those who are missing the classes, they will not be able to understand vectors. And vectors and calculus is the backbone of physics. Very important, very essential. Don't skip the classes and don't attend it partially, like 50% attending, 50% not attending.
Sir, at
Not
the
only
start of
that.
the class, full class was there, sir. But after that, they are going.
After 5:30, they are going.
Yes, sir.
Sir, where are the assignments, sir?
Assignments are already given to you. No, last week only vectors. So many assignments were
Yes,
given,
sir.
and including the.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do those questions, please. Okay.
Sir, I joined recently, sir, in this group.
Okay. In that case, I will ask Ramajnev once again to forward those assignments. Or if some student already has those assignments here, he can forward those again. Okay. Forward in the group once again. Okay. Have you? Then you can. I think it is already there in classroom also probably. Then you can take
Yes, sir.
from the classroom also you can take. Okay. Physics classroom, Google Classroom. Okay. Then I'm ending it now.